And now we'll do a preview for an event moving from Thursday to Friday. We have a special event in the United Kingdom, which I believe will be a huge market mover for the pound and perhaps for other currencies. We have a special release of Purchasing Managers Indices PMIs on Friday at 8:30 GMT, the regular hour of British releases, of PMI releases. But this one is extraordinary, okay? We have Markit. In the UK Markit, this organization releases PMIs only at the beginning of the new month and only final ones, okay? So usually we have manufacturing PMI in the first day of the month, first work day of the month, and the next day we have construction, and then the third business day of the month, we have services. This time, because of Brexit, a word I mentioned so many times because it's really a unique event, we'll have a special preliminary one-time report on Friday. This will be the preliminary release for July, released, of course, before the end of July, released on July 22nd on Friday. And it'll be both the manufacturing and the services PMIs, okay, not the construction as far as I know. So both figures are released at the same time. We should focus more on services because it's a much bigger sector. Of course, in the manufacturing sector, they actually do stuff, but services is so huge in the United Kingdom, especially financial services, that we should focus on that, okay? Both figures are expected to plunge, to drop, like we've seen already with the construction PMI, under 50 points. 50 points is the threshold separating contraction and expansion. Let's look at the calendar to see if it's listed. Remember, it's a special one-off event, one-time event. So let's see. Yeah, so it has been added here to the FX Read calendar, of course. It's 10:30 my time, 9:30 in the UK, 8:30 GMT. So in the manufacturing sector, we're expecting a small drop. Well, a big drop, but just a bit under contraction territory, from 52.1 to 49.4. Okay, and in the services one, which I believe is more important, well, we're expecting more of the same, 52.3 to 49.5. Okay, now these are, of course, significant falls, but I mean, and to contraction, but not devastating, not a big contraction, okay? And if we have some political stability, some more clarity about Brexit, these figures could rise back up. Why is it important? And I believe they can fall even further because they've been taken at a time of shock. Most of the data has been collected, I believe, before the new government has been sworn in, before Theresa May took office, which was sort of a relief for markets. But in any case, there's lots of uncertainty. If we'll have a bigger fall than expected, especially in services, I believe the pound could tumble back down, even if it's a really bad figure, perhaps challenge the lows of 128.50 or 127.90 even. If we have more or less just under 50, a weak contraction, modest contraction, it could be sort of as expected. I mean, we'll have a big shock, lots of choppiness, but eventually, I don't think we'll have a different direction for the pound. Still be waiting for the Bank of England. And if we have, of course, above 50, it'll be a really, really positive figure. It means that both sectors, manufacturing and services, or again, focus more on services, both of them are resilient to the Brexit shock, are looking good, that the UK economy continues working, perhaps not on all engines, but on most engines, and things are looking positive. This is a big event, not only for markets, which always look at PMIs, but also the Bank of England is looking at it. We heard a promise last week from the BOE. They said we're not doing anything now, but on August 4th, when we have the quarterly inflation report, when we'll have more data, we will loosen monetary policy. And they will not have much hard data until then. Okay, hard data at least for July, for post-Brexit. We'll have data for June, which is 3 quarters pre-Brexit. But this figure, very highly regarded number, these numbers, these PMIs, they could have a really big impact on the pound. So I believe that if we'll have a really positive number, let's say it remains at 52, we could see pound dollar once again moving towards that high of 134.80. But if it'll be really low, let's say 47 or below, then perhaps we'll have a drop towards the lows of 128.50. Anyway, I think it's a huge event. For many reasons, it has been sort of announced as a special event. It's 2 PMIs at the same time, and it's critical for the Bank of England. So this is a really big event. Okay. Okay, so we did a preview also for that. And the last preview for today, we'll do the preview for next week's events, and then we'll wrap up the show as usual.